Hi everyone! How are you all doing? I hope you've been well. I hope you've had a lovely few days, weeks. I'm not sure when this is gonna go out, so we'll see. But welcome back all the same. I hope you're ready to get some studying done, get some learning, or just get some relaxing and chillaxing done. Whatever suits your cup of tea. Like today I have some coffee, but maybe you get some cup of tea as well. Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and click that play right there. That's what we worked on last time. So today, we're going to try to do some run animations. The current walk cycle is based off of Octopath Traveler. So the hope is that we're going to go through some studies of doing different walk cycles and run cycles so that eventually we can figure out what do we like about each different type from the different games to make our own kind of fusion is the hope at least. I want to at least look through 3 or 4, we'll see, depending on how things go. So far though, I'm liking it. I'm not too sure about this middle guy here, but you know what? The hope is that we don't take these studies quite too seriously, no? I don't know if you heard those borks. Saying that, this is our current walk cycle, and this is the current, this is what it looks like for this guy. And let me go ahead and hide that there. So the walk cycle's at the bottom, and the run cycle's at the top. So I can go ahead and now hide that. Oh, apparently that's that top guy. So I'm just gonna move it down here to make it a little bit easier to understand. Can you move? That would be good if you could just, no, slide up there? No, it might not work. It's not looking like it's going to, agree to my demands. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Okay, there. So now the top one hides the top and the bottom one hides the bottom. It makes more sense. Let me go ahead and delete you as well since you're not needed. And now we can look at this. So what are the differences we see when it comes to walking and running? And I hit them, but now I realize we're probably gonna need them. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and do Tem Octo Walk Cycle. So I'll go ahead and make this guy a little bit bigger, so the canvas size, and we'll just double the height by 2. I can do ×2 and set it to this guy here. Means we double it by 2. And then from there we can go ahead and duplicate this. I'll hit the Tem Octo Run Cycle. So I'll set this name Run and set the cycle copy to no longer be a copy, so that's its own thing. There we go. Then from there, we'll go ahead and move you. I should be able to select all of you, and then slide you down there. Now, if I go to the first frame, it should make things easier to see what's going on. Oh, you can kind of see over here, the movement didn't go correctly. You have to select all of them. So we'll start here, and select you, and that way, like that. Now it's okay to go. Lovely, okay. From there, I'll make sure I save you. And now, let's start off, I think the easiest would be to start off with the front animation to take notes there. So if I go ahead and click play, what are things you notice? I think immediately it's just more dynamic action. They're all the same 6 frames, right? But his head's still bobbing up and down, but he's kind of going left and right now. He's going really fast. And I question, this foot is forward, like that foot. We go to the next frame, switching, and then immediately forward, it seems like. Forward. It seems like the action is more. The speed of the legs seem faster. Kinda, sorta. I think we can get away with maybe just leaning back and forth depending on the side. Let's see. More action, I would say, would be a thing to note. I'll go ahead and write it up here. I should be able to. Let's see if I zoom out here and I unhide this guy. Does this work? Nope, not the right one. Needs to be this guy. Yeah, okay. And then I'll go ahead and make you smaller. Make it a little bit wider, so hopefully it's a little bit easier to see this time around. Octopath, front travel, front side. Good, okay. And I'll make sure I write this as our run. I'll go ahead and say walk, W-A-L-K. Oh, that is not a K. That would have been walk. And that would have been, nope, nada. Okay, the front side, and then now we need a run. I'll go ahead and put them here. Yep, is that showing up? It is, good, okay. R-U-N, a run. And what are things we notice about our run? Let me go ahead and move this guy. You can go here now. You'll be subtracted. That way I can do a little bit more on screen. I would say it's more dynamic. It's more bouncy. I think that's the best way I can describe it. We'll go ahead and do on here dynamic. D-Y-N-A-M-I-C. Dynamic. B. Bouncy. B-O-U-N-C-Y. And then from there, what else can we notice? There's a wider range of motion. Maybe that is important to write out. So large, L-A-R-G. Large. range, R-A-N-G-E, of O-F, motion, M-O-I-O-N. Let's see, large range of motion. Run, and it's dynamic and it's bouncy. Let's maybe side to side would be a good one. Side to side, and there's a bop, but the bouncy kind of feels like a bouncy bop. So I'll say bouncy, B-O-P, B-O-P. And then side to side, I think is another one. So side, S-I-D-E. Side to and side, S-I-D-E. Side to side, okay. With those guys in mind, I'm gonna move you up here. Means I need to make you bigger, like that, yeah. And then a little bit bigger like this, so I can keep in mind our notes. And with that, and with these guys, let's see if we can add to that feel for these guys. So, speaking of first our top guy, and I'm wishing there was an in-between in zoom with this guy versus this guy, but it doesn't seem to be the case, and maybe that's for the best. We don't want to zoom in too much for our vision. Let me move you over here. Save again. Very important to save so many times. And then from there, first we start off at normal, and then we go immediately. So this person, when they go forward, they should definitely lean in, right? That's kind of what we're saying here. There's more of a person. Well, no. The head kind of looks the same, doesn't it? This head versus, if I can move this head down, a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, the head is the exact same. There's no difference in that, which is interesting. It looks like the head is different somehow. Maybe it's the shoulders. You can kind of see the shoulders look a little bit different. The head is kind of hunched down a little bit more. So if I'm looking here, yeah, you can kind of see, right? The head is going forward in some of it. Some of the body's going forward too, but it's interesting to note that that head is moving. And then whichever side they're stepping on, so they're on this side, so that foot's going forward, so their head is going left. And then when they go right foot, is that the right foot? Left, right? Yep, right foot, their head is going left. So whichever foot we need to do the opposite of. So with that in mind, that's this foot moving forward. So we need to move our body. Let's see, our head needs to go down a little bit and to the left. Something like that. Looks so silly always. We'll move that there. And then from here, it needs to stay here. So we'll go ahead and do, or maybe not so dynamic, right? Maybe we move it first down. So this guy goes down here. And then, and then we move you here. So you go down and over a little bit. And then we go narrow back down. And then when we go here, it's just the same as before. Maybe something like deep down, and then you move down, and then you move to the side. Look at him go. Something like that, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. He's kind of, his arms are really swaying too. You can see he's putting his whole action to it. Now they're wildly swaying. That's something we can do too. Where the arms are coming up, the arms are a lot bigger. We're back to the normal. And then this guy here, this guy needs to come forward a lot. And this guy needs to shrink a little bit. What we can do is kind of do that a little bit smaller. This guy a little bit smaller too, something like this. Maybe even do something like that, you think? Look like his arm's going that way. It's going back in action. Maybe even we can move this up here so now it's showing all the way in the back. You can't even see it. That's how far in the back it is. Possibly? We'll see. It's definitely a thing of just trial and error. This guy here, this guy has got to come up and get bigger. What we're gonna do is do something possibly more like this and like this. So it gets bigger. So I kind of like it looking around. So we'll do this instead. Something like this, and that could work a little bit better, I think, where it shows off the arm kind of coming in. Maybe like that to show off the shadow, do you think? Like that. So it goes from normal to swoosh. And then we do the opposite. I'll just focus on these two, and these are our guys. It's that one there, and then it needs to go back down. We have this guy here, right? We have normal, and then the head goes down, and then it goes to the left. I'm gonna copy our arm sway motions here, copy you, and then paste you. Oh, undo. Let's go ahead and delete you, paste you. There we go. And then kind of maybe possibly clean you up a little bit, something like this, maybe, perhaps. Something like, yeah, maybe up to there. And then from there, we make this guy even bigger. This arm's getting bigger. We can go ahead and extend this guy here. We could possibly even go this guy here, maybe make it even longer, wider to show that real big dynamic hand that's going on here. Lots of hand action. Something like that. And since we kind of have the hand out, I think that works out a little bit better. Now where we have normal, and this guy's coming, and this guy's going to the left, and then we have back. Now, is the hand going with the same? Yeah. Let's see. Slide to the left and slide to the right. Yeah, the hands are kind of moving. But I think this is fine. Maybe we can bend it a little bit. So maybe we can add a little bit more bending here, possibly. Or there, and then to here. And then maybe we can bend it here for more of a nicer feel when it turns to extra bits. We have here, here. Actually, you know what? It doesn't have to be 1 from 1. We're just trying to get that feel down. And then back. It kind of feels like it's not quite blinking. This is halfway. And then this guy slides over, and that's from that hand. But first, let's see how it feels. We have this guy here. We have this guy here. That guy is just this guy, but flipped. Oh no, it's this guy, but flipped. We'll go ahead and copy you. And then we're gonna go ahead and delete you, paste you, flip you, move you over. Think about here, possibly for the head. And then we have 3. I'm gonna go ahead and copy you. And then we're gonna grab you. We're gonna delete you, flip you again, slide you over. I mean, the body kind of works, right? But we want a real big run, like a super big run. So I don't think I quite like it as much as I thought I would, which is okay. Let's see. We have normal, and now their hands are going back in time. Now I'm thinking I go ahead and move this here. That stays in the shadow. That doesn't need to move too much. This can kind of go stay where it was. Stay in the background here, possibly like that here. I think maybe like this to show all the background. It goes from there, then to there. I think your head should go down even a little bit more, just to help show off that head going down bit. Since the head's going down, maybe what we can do is do something like this to show off, hey look, the head's coming down a little bit. Something like this, so the head goes here and then it goes down. Okay. You've got to go, you've got to go down like this, kind of, sorta. And then we're gonna need the head bob. Something like this, I think, will help us feel like it's possibly shadowing. So we go up head, then we go down. It goes down a little bit. I'm wondering about this head bob here. Should it be more so like this, where it's rounded? It goes here, here, and then, yeah, okay. I'm gonna grab this hand, this arm here. We're gonna move, and I just wanna make sure we're doing this correctly. We are. Make sure we stay on the right layer, but I could also just do this, make it 10 times easier to keep track. And then I'm gonna go ahead and delete you, and paste you, like so. Move you all here, like so and so, and then we should be good to go, I think. So, moves from here, here, down, and then this head now moves to the side. We're gonna move you now left. There you go. You get moved to the left, and this body, this arm kind of goes even more kind of back in space a little bit. You might even do like this to show the arms coming back in line. So we go here, here, yeah, and then we have here. For this person, at least, when they're normal walking, right, run, 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 run. There's no normal stance, really, or midway stance. We might be able to get away with more of a transition pose here instead, where we have down, and then we have more down, and then slightly down, less down, and then it returns to normal. Let's see. Normal, down, and then, maybe what we need is more of a transition between this and this, since this feels a little bit big of a transition. Possibly what we can do instead is do this guy, and I think that's this guy. Yep, it is. Okay. So instead, we'll go ahead back to here. It will once again delete you, unfortunately, little guy. And we'll copy you. Copy and paste. There you go. Okay. So this guy, and that now. I'm thinking we can start off by maybe making this guy move the arm just a smidge. Only a smidge needs to be moved. So it goes from here to like there. Go ahead and add this guy here so we can possibly see a little bit more. I'll do it in front of the sprite. Make it a little bit easier to see the transitions, but it's not always very clear, which is a little unfortunate. We can also try making it red and blue. That can sometimes help as well. And then if I go ahead and making sure this is looking on camera, it's looking fine. So I can go to this guy up here so that the red is the one before us. Now it should be a little bit easier to tell what's going on. However, I now can't see the canvas, so we'll just grab these two colors. And then we'll switch it back on. And we go down. So since this guy is going down, what we can do is use a bit of a trick here where we keep the outline so it's not too big of a change. What we can do is we'll just set all of the outline to be this guy here. And then maybe we can add a bit of a transition color for this guy instead. You can kind of see the head's going down a bit. Now, I don't do this often, so we'll see if it works. But usually, in a case like this, where you're going from one state to another, you would want to do, what's it called? Sub-pixeling, which is just where you take half of the color and turn it to something else. So for example, in this case where we have this shade turning into this shade, which is black, we're gonna wanna make this color half of what these guys are. So for example, we're gonna go ahead and just move them up since they were that thing, and then we're going to move half of those guys. So about here, 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 and here, and then like that. You can see the head gets big, which is what we want, and then the head drags down. So what we're going to try to do is, let's see, we have this here, that goes down, and that goes down. You can see it kind of shuffling, shimmying. We're not done yet. This guy here, these guys are gonna get turned to black. The idea is that I take this color about halfway, and then I can go ahead now and just move these guys along so it looks like they're all halfway between that black. It doesn't look as striking as of a difference, though. You could say it's more of a smear, maybe. I could see a smear. When this is going down, and then bam, up and down. Where this is going also halfway down. This guy here could possibly be, let's see. That's already black. Yeah, well, no. It goes from this color then to black. We need to grab this color, and then we can go ahead and set it to black about here, possibly. Now it kind of looks like they're transitioning where it's here, here, and then black. Kinda, sorta, you can say, in a sense, right? The body doesn't feel like it's quite sliding over. Now we move down, and that moves down, and we need to go left. Like down into the side. That's the issue here. When it comes here, then we need to go to the left a little bit. Something like that, where you can see him kind of going around and around now. This is definitely a tricky one, I can't say that. Let's see. We need to go left, right more so. We go down for a bob, and then we need to go left and right. This needs to go left, so down, left, and then see. Yep, you stay there. You can kind of maybe go down a bit. Let's see. We go up, down, left, and then we need to go right. We need to go left, and then this guy needs to be swapped. Possibly what we can do is just go to this guy here, and we're gonna get rid of you. Yeah. Oh, never mind. That gets rid of the whole screen. Move here, move here. Like this. So now it's here. We go down, we go left, and then we go right, and then we copy you. Go ahead and copy you, like that. Delete you, and flip you, kind of like this. It kind of looks like they're moving a bit, but their head kind of looks like they're going in the way of entirely, doesn't it? Makes me think maybe this isn't the right path. Let us consult the text as I should have been doing. But I feel like I got a little bit sidetracked. But that's good. The thing is, we're supposed to do this study, right? But we're also supposed to figure out things on our own, try and experiment. It's not gonna go right perfectly 100% every time. Oh, definitely don't have those high expectations, but it's fun to try things. And even if they don't work, you can think to yourself, now I know why it doesn't work and why it's usually done this way. Let's see. We have a head, right? And then from here, so let's start back here. This head goes up and then down and then left, or that's right. Up, down, right, up, and then, up. Kind of goes in this sort of U pattern, wouldn't you say? And what does my head do? It goes down to the left and right. So yeah, the guy's head is more so like, it kind of runs on a track like this, where it goes down, up, left, up. What mine is doing is it's kind of doing down, then right, then right. Kind of doing more so like this, more so the shape. Let's see, does it ever come up? No, not really. So with this in mind, we want it to kind of follow a track instead, which shouldn't be too hard. And thankfully, the nice thing about having these backups is I can just copy and paste if I need it to. Yeah, if I need to. So, since this isn't a normal walk, and I don't know if we do have a normal walk here, no. We start off with a normal walk here, and that was one of the modifications, was that start off normal, and then we do different things. And I do like this here. I like this position here. So, I want to keep it. This guy goes down, right? We need to go down, and then to the right. So this is our down. That's not a down. This will be our midpoint. So this needs to be completely, let's see. We go normal, down, right, middle, and then, yeah, so we go normal, down, and we go right, and then we go middle, and then we go left, and then we go up, and then it would go down. No, this would be up. This would have to be, this is our up, which leads to the down. This needs to be leading to that up, that pop up. Whatever this guy is, we would need to replicate it on the other side. Go ahead and delete you and paste you. Since this guy is leading to this guy, is the help. So this guy goes up and this guy goes down. And then from here, we have to make sure we get that side view. It's difficult, but it's plausible. It's possible. Let's see, normal, and we go down. And this is where we need to do normal. Go ahead and do paste that here. So the head needs to do regular head things. So bring that here. We have our regular head right there. I can go ahead and erase. Truly, I should be using the this guy, shouldn't I? To make things a little bit easier on myself. But you know, sometimes it doesn't hit you until you realize. This guy here, I think maybe this guy can get a little bit bigger. So we have this guy, then this goes in the front. Then maybe this guy can become a little bit smaller. What we were trying to do before, but we didn't have good intuition back then. Probably still don't have it now, but we're trying, and that's what matters. So let's see. I'm gonna make this guy a little bit smaller. Something like this. Possibly make it like this. So it goes from here to here. This guy needs to go up. Something like that. So possibly here, but you can kind of see it looks a little wonky. So this guy needs to come really far back. Possibly even like this could work out in our favor. Something like that, maybe. Oh, hold on. This, where it looks like it's running back, which means this guy is coming forward, big forward. Go ahead and make this even a little bit bigger, possibly like this. Yep, like that. And we need it wider, I think, too. I'll go ahead and make this even wider. We can see more of the arm, where it looks like it's swinging is the hope. I'll go ahead and move this guy also around. Or actually, let's make this a little bit wider. Something like this might work out a little bit better to look like a swing. Let's see. So from here to here, no, never mind. I want it to look like it's going in a curve, so like out this way, out like a right hook. Left, right. That's a left hook, I think. Never mind. Out like a left hook. So let's see. We have here, and then it swings. And this guy, I guess, would be the guy that would swing out to something like this. Yeah, like this. And then we have, okay, yeah, I think that works. We have right down, and then we go to the down. Yeah, so this is moving down, and then we need to go to the right, which is this guy. Yeah, this is our down. This is our normal pose. And then we might need another one now I'm thinking about it, because this is our normal. And this guy's here. Maybe this is why we don't do normal for these guys. So for example, we have the top, down. Yeah, okay. We have normal, we go down, and normal, and then, so normal, down, and then left. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we're going to have to remove this guy here and delete you. Unfortunately, that sub-pixel animation is not going to work for what I'm thinking. We grab this guy here, go ahead and undo, paste you, flip you back over, as this is the guy we need, and actually, undo. Let's not do the earlier guy, so we can go ahead and, hold on, before we do that, let me just make sure I do this, so to make it easier on me. Something like this, yeah. something like that. So it goes up, down, and now this head's going to go left. This head is going to move this way. And this also needs the shadowing back on the head. So we'll go ahead and add the shadowing back. I can't remember if I used 3 or 2. No, we're good. This leans to the side, and then it comes back to the center. That's the guy we need. So we need to go down, and then we need to go right, and then we need to go back in the center. So this guy here is the one we need to do next. See, we go down, right, back to the center. We can go ahead and, oh, not delete that entirely. Paste that there, and let me copy you again. Copy. Yep, and paste you. And now we can go ahead and swap you. Something like this. And then from there, we grab this guy, that big guy there. We'll copy you. Go ahead and paste you like this. And flip ya. Move you around, something like that. So the idea is right, down, left, middle, right, and then up. That's the up action we need. As that is supposed to be, yeah. Down, middle, right, up. Kinda looks a little better, not quite though. I feel like we need more frames, but if Octopath Traveler could do it in 6, then there's a way to do it. We just gotta figure it out. Let me get some more coffee. So tasty, I tell you. Okay. All right. First frame, normal. Then we go, let's see, first frame, and then you go up actually. Down. Normal, up, down, right, up, down, left, up, down, right, up, down, left, up, down, right, up, down. Left, up, down, right, up, down. Hold on. Left, up, down, right, up, down. Left. Move you over here. Yeah. Let's see. Left, and then we do up, and then we do down, and then we do right, and then we do up, and then we do down. Now what does mine do? Let's see. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see my my DDR notes we have here. And what I do is I do down, right, left. See? I do down, and then I do right, and then I do left, and then let's see. I have 2 more. Oof, middle. I do middle. Okay. Let's see. Down, right, left, left, up, middle. Okay. So it's more so left, I think. Let's see. I do down. Oh, it'll let me. I don't think it will. Down. Okay. Left, or no, right, and then left, and then left, and then right, and then up. So left, right, I think. Just double check. I'm trying to make sure I do this properly. We do, let's see, down, right, left, and then it should be right, no, it's right up. Got ya. So right up. Let's go ahead and grab you there. So right, and then I'm guessing up, and then I'm guessing down, possibly. Let's see. We go here, we go right, left. Okay, so down, and then left, and then right, and then up. No, hold on. Let's see. Down, right, left. Okay, and then left again, and then right, and then up. Okay, yeah, something's not right here. Down. Yep, that's what we have. We have then right, I believe. Yep, right, that's correct. We then have another left. That is correct. That is the thing that's doing. And then we go left again. All right, left again it is. I'm gonna go ahead and grab you. It should be able to do it. So left, yep, left again. And then from here we do, let's see. Let me click you. We go back to the right. Go back to the right, like you. And then we go up, I believe. Let's see. Up. Yep, okay. There we are. That is the definitive answer. And as you can see, that is not at all what an Octopath Traveler has to do there. Let me go ahead and delete you. And you get moved to being an up, like that. There's not even really a pattern to mine as well, which is interesting. So let's try again, shall we? Okay, so we have normal position, which then goes down, I believe. Let me just double check. His head should go down. Goes up. We start here. We go up. Yeah, the head's going up. Huh. And then down. Okay. We start here, go up, down, and then to the right, and then up, down, left. Okay. So on the second frame here, we actually need to go up, it seems. So here, and then up. We'll move you up, and then we need to take you to the up, and then down. You need to actually go down, more so like that. We need to go you, and then down, up. Need to go up about here, normal, up, and then down. Need to go about here, normal, up, down, and then we need to go, depending on the arm. In this case, this arm is with this, let's see. Yep, it's with that one. Whatever opposite of the leg. So since that leg is that way, we go this way. The normal, up, down, yep, up, down, and then to the left. This guy, oh, hold on. Let's see. Normal, up, down, and then up, down. Go ahead and just gonna copy your little face here. You need to be moved. Let's see. Up, down, and then you need to be moved right. But in my case, it's going to be left. And then from there, you're going to be moved. Let's see. Up, left, and then up. About there. Yep, up, and then you need to be moved down. I'll go ahead and delete your head there. Copy you, and paste you, and you need to go down. And then you need to go, yeah. Something like that. It's starting to work, isn't it? Looks a little silly, but it's okay, Tem. You know what? You'll get there. You will get there eventually. We'll figure this out. In the meantime, I'm just gonna get rid of your head. You don't really need it. You know, it's that thing you think you need until you really don't need. Gonna copy. Should be able to copy the head here to make things a little bit easier on us. Just gonna copy that and just go ahead and paste you there. Yep. Oh, nope, that's not the head. Like that. Yep. And just erase that there. And we're gonna just delete all of you. Try again and see where we are. Move that down there. Something like that. And then we have the head again. So, time to delete. And move you back down here. Something like that. Always can delete the other guys. Paste you down here. I'm gonna guess your head was supposed to be here. Trying to keep that up. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna guess your head was here. You go up. Ooh, don't go up. Yeah, okay. Let's see. You need to go up, but we'll worry about that later. And then you slide up, yep, left, and you need to be deleted as well. I'll move you here. Okay, now, try again. I'll go ahead and copy the head, because the head doesn't really change. Now, let's try from the very beginning, shall we? I'll go ahead and copy you, then go back to here, go ahead and paste you, put you on here, and again, now we go up, right? First frame, and then we go up. Well, first frame, and then it goes up. We can go ahead and do you. We need to move you up. So up you go, which means now these guys kind of have to be moved more akin to this, I would think. Something like this, possibly. You can kind of move the rest of the body in with this here. Hopefully make it seem like it's going around, so it's here. And then here, we can go ahead and erase these guys as well, since the body's also going up. So here, we go up, and then we go down. Yep, up and then down. We'll copy this guy here. Copy you. Move to the next frame. Paste. So this needs to go, let's see, up. So it needs to go down. Something like this is more so what we need. And then from there, I can go ahead and copy. And then we can go to the right. Or in our case, it'd be left. Let's go ahead and move you here. And then let's see, clean up a little bit here. Something like that. And then from there, now that we're going this way, we need to go up. Let's go ahead and move our head up. I'll go ahead and grab you again. Where are we at? This head here. And then up and down. Copy you. And then you move here. Oh, hold on. You are moving that way. Copy you. And then move you here. And from here, you need to go up. Like so. And we can always move these guys a little bit. Maybe even do like that. Possibly move you there. We'll see. But always maybe make this guy a little bit bigger so it looks like the arm is going. Well, it's a big arm, isn't it? Let's say okay though. Let's see. That arm, move you here, possibly like that so that it matches. And then we have, oh, that guy there for cleanup. That guy gets bigger. And then we move our head back down for the next position. I'll copy you. And then this guy here, it's moved down like that. And then we go back up. That's the down and then right. Yep, down and slid over. Now you can kind of see the track of the head, right? Now we just have to kind of match the body to it now. Now that we have at least the frame of the head, the positioning of the head, the little up, down, left, right, the X, Y, B, A. Now we just gotta figure out the body motions, which hopefully now that we have the base shouldn't be as bad. So let me go ahead and get some coffee. So tasty, I tell you. Okay, so now that I'm looking at the rest of this body, I'm wondering, let's see, I like this, then this. It doesn't feel as dynamic, you can kind of see, right? It doesn't really feel like he's hunched over. So let's try to improve on this and make it look like his body's going down. So we start normal, then this comes up, and then I think this should come possibly up like this. So it can look more like that, and maybe even we can draw something more akin to this here to show off, hey look, our arms are being squared out in a sense. So this here, something like that could possibly work. So we move here, then move here, and kind of looks like a little chicken leg. I don't know if I like that. You can see, right, if we go normal, these are kind of both up. So we go up, we start up. We can't really start up since this is a different thing. And we go down. And then we go transition, and then up again, and then we go down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And that's more so their walking styles. Up, down, up, down. So, how can we translate that for this? I'm thinking what we can do to start at least is get rid of our current arm situation, which shouldn't be too hard at all. This is our regular, and then this is our next one. I'll go ahead and copy this body here. I should be able to just kind of do a little bit of surgery on our participant here by just copying you and then pasting you so that you fit up with the neck here. And then we go to the next part of the body, so this guy here, and you get moved back down. So let's see, making sure the body stays that guy there, and then next guy is here. I'll go ahead and, oh, nope, never mind. Next guy, have to make sure I copy, and then I go ahead and delete, as your services are no longer needed. It was appreciated in the moment, but well, we're fine now. We can work on our own. That guy there, and now we're back down, so back to the normal body. So just go ahead and copy this, and possibly copy all of this too. And that guy is here, so then we go here. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and, oh, well actually the neck isn't the same. Interesting, all right. Let me go ahead and do copy you. We're back to the quote-unquote regular pose in a way, but not quite. I'll go ahead and move you here, and delete you, and paste the body, as this is the body. And it's more so like this. It was a little weird, but it's fine. And then we have from there, this part of the body here. I'll go ahead and copy you, and then go back to here, where he looks so wide when I look at it now. Nice, we're changing it. And then from there, we add the neck, more so like that. Yep, well, actually the body's more so supposed to be like this. You know what? We're gonna line it up just a smidge. So for example, this might go out to the left a little bit like this. We have normal here, and then it's up, down, and then this is the left, and up, and then this guy here. Alrighty. Now you get copied, and then we get pasted. We can go ahead and grab you here. Oh, if it'll let me. Paste. Okay. I'll copy you then. Think about the lifelong decisions that I have working in the lines. And then we'll move you here. It's more so like this. And I think that works, right? Wouldn't you say? Maybe it's a little bit opposite than what it needs to be, but it looks like it works. Now, does it look like his head's moving independently of his body? I would say so, right? It kind of feels like where his head moves, his other body, this one's kind of swaying. Mine kind of seems like it's going the exact way it shouldn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy you. Actually, yeah, we'll copy you. I'll do a new layer and I'll paste you. Oh, it'll let me move your horses. I'll go ahead and copy you, and then I'll go ahead and paste you and move ya. There you go. We're actually gonna move. How can we do this? I don't think it would be too bad to paste it low instead. That seems okay with me. I'll move you up, and then we can move you down here. So you should be visible for both screens. Also move you down, since this isn't needed, the color at least. And then from there, what I want to try to do is grab the different styles. So I'll copy this. I should be able to paste this. Then I should be able to move these guys down, I believe, to about here. There we go. So they're all visible. And then from there, what I can do is I can make my eraser bigger. And oh, that's not the right eraser. That's you. Yep. And then eraser, make it big. And that's also not the right eraser. Interesting one. I've been having this weird glitch as well with Sprite. I don't know if you use Sprite, but for some reason it works a little wonky recently. I think there's been an update, but I can't find anywhere on the internet an update list of saying of the sorts. But for example, the new text system feels a little bit weird. I don't know if you can see it there at the top, but now there's like a bounding box bar for typing, and it's interesting. You know what? I will see how I feel about it. I don't know. I don't remember agreeing to have my Sprite updated, but maybe it just snuck up on me and I didn't realize. So from here, what I want to do is just flip the body. So instead, we're going to have this guy move here. We're going to have this guy move here, here. We're going to have you as you. And then for this guy, we're going to have you move. Oh, you're going to be flipped. You're going to move here like that. And then you're going to be flipped as well, like that. And move there. Okay. That looks the exact same. Doesn't it? Weird. Huh. I'm saying, it's like having some coffee, but I'm thinking. Do you think it makes much of a noticeable difference, or you don't think so? Either or. I'm seeing kind of, sorta, but also kind of not sorta. So it's the thing of just thinking and wondering, and seeing these guys and thinking to myself, I can see it, but I can also not see it in the way that if we slow this down, right? And I feel like as well, this is the sort of animation where if it doesn't feel like it makes much of a difference, then you don't really need to worry about it. That's the best part. These are just walking animations. And actually, you know, if I'm looking at this feels more lively of a walk animation than this, doesn't it? Less static than this. This kind of has a little bit of a pep in their step. Does this have a pep in their step as much? Let's see. I'm gonna go up, down. No, I like the side to side. I feel like it adds a lot. It's just gonna be this part. He kind of, yeah, he sways back and forth. That's what I did there. The arms are swaying back and forth. They're kind of in the area compared to this, which is just in the same area. This guy here, arms move, the whole body moves. So, when this guy's head is this way, forward, right? Arm and forward, this guy's in the back. And then down, so this guy here, arm here, head here, foot here. Top is leading to this side, bottom is leading to this side. Then it should be this way, and that way. So, technically speaking, when the foot comes up here, and this is coming up here, this head should go to this side. And it looks like it does that, doesn't it? Let's see. Yeah, well, it kind of goes back in space, so... You go down, and then you go normal. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe that's why. The body is correct, and the head is moving the right direction. Maybe the thing is I need to change the body or the head direction itself. So for example, when this head goes up and down, so up, and we go down, and then we go to the left, because this guy is going to the left, and this is going to be on this foot. So let's see. Well, it is going to the left, that's good. And down, and then we go to the right, and then we go on this foot. I think this guy's more accurate than the top one, if I had to guess. So for right now, we'll just take it as the guy, but you can let me know in the comments or somewhere else, if it be the Discord message or somewhere else, what you think, as yeah, let's just more so think of trying to see if we understand anything, and we don't have to understand it the first time around. I'm sure there will be many more studies to come where we'll get a chance to see if we can figure out why something is the way it is. As I do enjoy these. I do enjoy a lot just trying to break things down, and the fact that I can do it in such a matter of, recording it? I feel like it does help me study a little bit more than beforehand where I'm just quiet and trying to study it. Me trying to speak out what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, like, helps me understand a little bit more the thing. And that's really nice. If you haven't tried that before, maybe get like a stuffed animal, or even just, you know, your favorite mug and put a little smiley face, like maybe a sticky note on it and a little smiley face, and call him Bob or Steve. You know, I already have a Bobby, but the more friends the merrier. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. There's this thing in programming called the rubber duck method, I believe, where you try to explain, or developers, they put a rubber duck on their desk, and if they're stuck in a problem, they try to explain it to the rubber duck. And apparently explaining things out loud helps them understand the problem better and faster, which is why I think whenever I do my programming streams, I tend to have an easier time working things out than when I don't. Maybe I should really just start speaking to myself more often. I think that's the takeaway here. Aside from that, now let's really try to get exaggerated with these poses. For example, maybe instead of having it all the way in the back, right, because we want a running pose, let's see. This comes forward, right? And when that's in the back, what I'm going to do is that guy comes normal. Let's see. This goes forward, back, back, back. Yeah. What I'm going to do instead is have the top of this guy come out like this. And then we're gonna have this hand here. Something like this. I think could be possible. It kind of comes here, and then it comes back, and it kind of goes back in space is the hope, to make it look like their arms possibly being raised. But I don't know how that's gonna turn out. We can always try and see. I'm gonna move possibly this guy out here to make it easier to see what I'm going for, fingers crossed. Something like this here, and then maybe that there. Maybe we can erase you here and here. So it goes here, here. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. I think my penguin arms were a little bit better than the other idea I had, which is okay. In that case, I think trying to make it smaller might work again. And oh, I did not copy it. We didn't use the correct layer. Copy. And then we have paste, and we flip ya. We move you here. Like that? Did you look like that before? I'm gonna guess as much. And in that case, let me slide you over, move you up a little bit, that way it's visible, and that guy's not very visible, so let me move you down there so you can be nice and cozy. And we're gonna move you back in space a little bit more, something like this. I think would help it feel more dynamic. Possibly what we can even do is do something like this, maybe even, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, maybe we can do something like this. And then maybe we can even darken the sky back a little bit, so we have here, and then, nah, I don't think that's gonna work, which is okay. Right, we have this guy, and then it's kind of coming back in space. Let's move maybe this guy up one, possibly like that, so it's kind of going back. Yeah, normal, and then it's winding back. And then for this guy, what we want is it to move forward in space. So we have normal, forward, and then really forward. What we're going to do is we're going to make this guy huge, as big as we can in the sense of this guy here. Not as big as before, but we still want a little bit of width and space in it. Possibly something like this. And again, because we want the arm to come out, maybe we can do something a little bit more like this. Maybe we can move it not as wide as before. Maybe more so akin to this can work out a little bit better in our favor. Yeah, you can kind of see, right, how the arm's coming out, but don't quite like it. I think there's something off about it, which we can always fix. I'll go ahead and delete this. Says, yeah, we don't want the big Hulk arms. This is a little guy here. He's supposed to be a little cute, adorable guy. Just a little guy. Like that. And there. Okay. So, we're going to try to make it an elbow. As this guy's going up as well, we're going to bring this up. Something like this. And from there, I'm thinking this guy can kind of come out a little bit and get wrapped around. So something like this might work out a little bit better. Maybe we can have the arm kind of out there. And we want the round hand, right? Let's round it out a little bit. Possibly like this, but doesn't look right. Undo some of that roundness for more of a round feel like this. Now, how does that feel? We have normal. It swings to the forward. and then it goes really big. Possibly what we can do is have something like this to show off, hey, look, this arm is wrapping in space, and then goes back to normal. Something like this could possibly work, though it kind of looks like maybe flippers, which I don't quite like. What we'll do is maybe what we can is possibly like this to make it a little bit smaller on the arm, where it goes, wraps around, something like that. Now, I think we can. Maybe what we can do is make this a little bit longer, like this, add a little bit more shoulder there. It goes from here to here. I think that can work. We have it moving up, we have it normal, right? And it goes up, and then it goes down, and then it goes like that. So now, I'll go ahead and copy you, and we'll go ahead and do it for the same exact size. We'll just flip it and ship it. Like this, we'll go ahead and flip ya, move you here, and then for this guy here, we don't need to move you, but we need to move you like this, and then we can go ahead and delete, we can go ahead and flip, and we can go ahead and move you there. Doesn't that look a little bit more dynamic, I'd say, right? Got a little bit, he says a little bit more pounce in his step, a little more pep in his step. However, I think the head isn't tucked down enough. So what we can possibly do is once we're here, bulk out this area just a bit more, so it looks like the head is kind of bunched up with the shoulders. Possibly something like this, where it looks more like the head is kind of coming down and out. Maybe we can do a little bit of trick of the light. Now, would you believe me if I just had a smidge of a mini heart attack? I'm kidding. I was in the middle of recording, and the computer just went black, pitch black. So I thought I sat here in the darkness. I thought it was maybe the rain or weather or something. But no, my computer just all of a sudden shut down. I don't know why, but I thought I lost the recording, and I thought I lost the program. Thankfully, that did not happen. Somehow, some way, it saved a backup of both the video and a sprite, so I didn't lose anything, but a bit of a heart attack. Well, I gained a heart attack, and a bit of my sanity has been lost. However, we can continue. My entire thought process was kind of thrown away since I wasn't sure I didn't remember what we were doing, but I looked at the video since it still exists, thankfully, and surprisingly, we're already almost at that 1 hour mark, which is nice. I want to make sure we do all 3 of these guys, so whenever we do that, well, however long that takes is however long it'll take. Continuing from where we were, though, before a tragedy struck. Oh man. I'm recording this on Wednesday, so I hope to get this out tomorrow. But if it happens again, I'm just worried about the quality of stream. But you know what? Taking it day by day. We'll just have to see how things go. Saying all that, I'll go ahead and click play on here. And the idea was to have the arms go up to show more of motion. However, I don't think that's quite working. I'm gonna have this guy go up, so I'm gonna move this kind of more so up here instead. You have down, up, up. Yeah. Kind of like that, I think might work out a little bit better. Show off the length of the arm. Yeah, you kind of go up, but possibly I might even do you and move you up a little bit to possibly like there to show off the arm kind of moving in time. Like that, I think can work out a little bit better. However, I don't like how round this is. We might do something like this. Maybe we can even do, we don't want a penguin flipper. This is normal, then it kind of curves. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I think that can work. Sort of a whooshy feel as it's swaying back and forth. However, I'm not too happy with the neck. We go here, and then we go, the head goes up. Head's supposed to go up, the body is supposed to go up. So possibly what we can do is maybe we can just move this down a little bit more. What if we make the legs a little longer so it looks like the head's really up in there? So something like this instead. Right, so now the head looks like it's longer, or it's in the bit there. So the head moves up, and then it goes back down. And then we do this, and the head moves up. So we'll try this instead. See if it helps it look more natural. I don't know, but we'll see. I'll go ahead and copy this. I'll go ahead and copy the body now, just to make sure it doesn't look too bad. Do something like, I think this, so the head kind of goes up. You can see it going up. That's the hope, the feel of it going up in place. We'll go ahead and copy you. And then back here, I believe it's this one, or no, it's this one, I think. This is this penguin arm, this arm. Got ya. We need to flip ya, so I'll go ahead and delete you, paste you, flip you again, and that'll be this guy here. What do you think? Does it look like the body's bouncing a lot more? I still kind of feel like there's a bit of a penguin arm. I don't feel like the arm's going back enough. So perhaps what we can do is if we go back here, right? Maybe we can do more like this instead. Maybe like that, possibly. Maybe we can do expand this a little bit to make it less round, something like that instead. And then this arm can kind of come around a bit to show off possibly. Great, we go down. And then this is going around. Something like that to show off, hey, look, there's an arm here. You just don't really see it much. It kind of looks like they're wiggly wobbling their body around. But I think this will work for our purpose. This goes down, and then this goes, yeah. The normal, up, down, and then normal. Yeah, I think that works. I think that will work for now. Now, as far as our legs are concerned, oh, hold on. I need to copy you and reverse you just so we're good to go on that portion. I'll go ahead and move you here, 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 and then the penguin. That's what I feel like it has to be called at this point, but I tried to unpenguinify it by giving him a little thumb there. I think that adds a little bit of definition to what's supposed to be on the screen, though I don't know if it helps quite much. And adding those lines, I do that because it separates it a little bit. I feel like that adds a little bit of definition. Go ahead and save this. Now I gotta make sure I heavily save. Oh man, now I've got a good case of paranoia. I'd say bad case, but in this case, somehow, some way, things worked out, and I'll take it. I'm very grateful. Oh man, my heart. This guy crosses over, and we do the other way. Yeah, normal. I almost feel like it should go backwards, but this is the way it's looking, so this is the way it's looking. From there, anything else we can do? The head kind of stays normal, so I don't think so. However, I'm curious to see if we were to do like this. Oh, hold on. Like this. Give them a little chubby cheeks. How would that look in terms of processing? Doesn't really change much, I'd say. Nothing really happens when we modify it, which is interesting, as yeah, it's normal. Then we go down, and then we go normal, and then we go slide, then we go up. Yeah, you know what? Give them less, their face gets smooshed a little bit, and I think that works in their cuteness as it's going up and down. I think that helps. Aside from that, is there anything else we can do? Maybe we can make the foot a little bit more exaggerated. So when this foot comes out, instead what we can do is have it come out like more so akin to this. And then we can have it kind of go around here. Maybe even make it a little bit more like this. So it looks like it's back in there. And then we can go ahead and swap you here. And then as we're moving down, and then this foot, swap you here, move you over here instead. So like that. It looks like it's really big steps. What do you think? You could also do like that, but it doesn't look quite as round, so that's why I'm keeping the big guy here. You might even do possibly like this to show off the bottom feet, but I think the big part here shows, hey, look, this is the top of the foot, so I think it's a-okay. But I think adding that bit there kind of helps exaggerate the foot also as well. Aside from that, is there anything else we can accomplish? No, I don't think there quite is. I think up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, I think that works. Front, run. Okay. I think it works out. I quite like it too. I think I learned a lot from just the front position alone, so I'm glad. Okay. Next up are the other positions. Are you ready?